Alright, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. Came into this workout cutting again since I hurt my shoulder. Down 2 pounds over the last 5 days to 181 pounds. Been working really hard to figure deadlift out for the last 2 years. It is not an intuitive movement for me. Finally was starting to get things moving in the right direction. Last week Spencer was kind enough to go through one of my deadlift sessions. Video by video, as I was doing the workout, sent them each set, each rep, and we were just making changes. Finally, everything clicked. And today, during warm-ups, I knew this was going to be the best deadlift session of my life. I've been chasing 440 for a year now. Started 2 years ago with a max deadlift at 352. Spring of 2024, got it up to 421. Last spring, my heaviest deadlift was 433, but it always felt like there was way more in the tank. I just could never get it, could never get the form right. Always felt awkward. My struggle's always been off the floor, getting the bar moving. And this next set here, 398, this is where I knew I was setting an all-time PR today. So right around 400 pounds, bar move, felt like warm-up weight. Bar flew off the floor, so I called this a double, but you could call it two singles if you want. The hip's still giving me grief. I'd say the hip's at 70%. So, doing rep after rep drives it crazy. So what I've been doing is just rep, reset, brace, and hit a second rep. So there you go. Second rep at 398 again. Moved like a warm-up weight. So I just jumped straight to 435.7. That was an all-time PR and obviously a pound-for-pound PR. So I knew today was the day to go for 440. I'm going to play this raw, but this is hands down the best deadlift of my life. Yes! Yes! I got a little bit excited there. Only logical thing to do was to go up and try 450. Got it to the knees, which, I mean, prior to that, I'd never got 440 even to move off the floor more than a half an inch. So if I was fresh, I believe 450 was there. But obviously the proof is in the pudding and I haven't proved it yet. So that's the next goal, to get by 450. I just realized too, I missed a clip of me at 420 misloading it. I thought I was doing 435, so I'll stick that at the end of the video. I managed to hit that rep with more weight on the right side, which actually you could normally throw a person off, but it was a huge confidence builder for me because it moved like nothing. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that's encouraged me along the way to this 440 deadlift. Ton of people that have been huge supporters of me. Ever since back surgery, having my spine rebuilt, steel rods put in. Goal has been 440. It's felt at times like it was way out of reach, but I've never stopped working, never stopped trying to get better, and the journey just continues on. Next goal, 450, then 460, and we'll just keep working. I want to push this and see if I can get to 500. And honestly, now I believe that it can happen. Just got to keep working on this form, keep getting stronger, keep moving the bar faster off the floor. And then just going to keep blasting the posterior chain, keep building the back, glutes, hamstrings stronger. As this hip injury continues to get healthier, it'll just benefit my squats and my deadlifts as well. All right, so after the deadlifts, I worked on rack pulls, worked my way up to 528 pounds for a double. I'd planned on going more than that, but after doing the deadlift PR and the heavy rack pulls, my hip was starting to get tired. So I called it there. As I've been dealing with a few of these injuries, I'm slowly getting smarter in my old age, and I realize that it's not always worth just grinding through pain. I had enough work in for the day that I didn't need to keep grinding out heavy reps if it was going to bother my hip. So just went on to some Nordic curls. First time in quite a while I have done these, probably a month or so. I was happy enough with it, got 12 on the first set. And then once all the joints were warmed up, I managed to get 13 on the second set. Second set, as always, it just feels better once I got more blood in the knees and hamstrings. So the Nordics are nice. I mean, they're an insanely hard exercise. I'm still working on getting better at them, but the good thing is they don't put any stress on my hip or my lower back, but they hammer the hamstrings. And then same thing with the lying hamstring curls. Just a nice way to finish off the workout. Drive a ton of blood into my hamstrings and let the lower back and the hip just take a bit of a break. So these ones I managed to get 2 sets of 25 reps, and that was it for the workout. But before we go, I'll show you my blooper. So I thought I'd loaded 435 on the deadlift bar. Was going for an all-time PR, got all geared up for it, and have a watch here and see how it went. So I thought there I was hitting 435. Turns out it was 420, but there was 15 extra pounds on the left side. The right side shot up and left side was lagging behind. See me looking back and forth like, what the heck just happened? But like I say, it may have been a blessing in disguise. It was still 420 pounds. It moved like nothing despite the misload and the awkwardness of it. So it just gave me more confidence moving forward that 440 was going to be there on this day. All right, guys, that's it for the workout. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week when I try to crush a 450-pound PR.